Hello, everybody. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. How are you all doing? I know it's a Sunday, but information doesn't stop, and Sunday is not a day where our brain shuts off. It's a day where we can also prepare our minds and our hearts for what lies ahead as well within this competition, the CONCACAF Nations League. Let's not forget. Jamaica are two victories away. Yep, that is right. Two victories away from winning a trophy. So what I'm going to show you right now is let you know some information on our opposition. All right. So remember, after we beat the United States, all being well, you have to have confidence. Whatever happens against the United States, we're going to play one of Mexico or the United States. Okay? Whatever happens against the United States, we're going to play one of Panama or Panama or Mexico. Panama or Mexico. We're going to face one of these nations on March 24, which is 2 weeks from now. Yeah, 2 weeks from now, Jamaica will face one of these two oppositions. So let's know a little bit more about them. What are some of their strengths? Who are some of these key players as well? And what was their run like in the competition? Well, that is what we're going to analyze right now. So the first team that we're going to look at is Panama. And in many ways, you can consider Panama as a neighbor to Jamaica. When you bear in mind you have non-stop flights from Jamaica to Panama, and we know the amount of Jamaicans that actually live in Panama. And mostly speaking, we're talking about persons second generation, persons that whose grandparents and great grandparents were born in Jamaica. Those individuals, as I've mentioned in previous videos, came from Jamaica to Panama to play a significant role in the development of the Panama Canal. Jamaicans played an important role in this. This was revolutionary and an opportunity to connect the Atlantic/Caribbean Sea to go to the Pacific Ocean. It was a groundbreaking opportunity that allowed smooth passage for ships. And it really is one of the remarkable things because many people said it couldn't be done, especially when you bear in mind the terrain and how you can manage the water levels. But guess what? It was done, and Jamaicans played a significant role in this process. And today, many of them cherished as heroes within Panama. Some moved back to Jamaica as well. And some you had persons that were born in Panama, of course, to Jamaican parents, and they moved back to Jamaica as well. One of them being a man by the name of George Headley. You guys remember George Headley? Yes, George Headley, one of the greatest cricketers of all time, was born in Panama to Jamaican parents. And guess what? Represented Jamaica, represented the West Indies, and to this day has one of the highest batting averages in first class cricket history. So that is something that you all can be wary about. Let's talk a little bit about Panama. Panama, they've been to a World Cup once, which was in 2018. In that tournament, we know they took on Belgium, they fell 3-0. They took on England, they fell 6-1. They took on Tunisia, they lost 2-1. Panama has been to numerous under-20 and also under-17 World Cups. In fact, their first under-17 World Cup appearance was 2011, on Jamaican soil when they qualified as they finished third. Jamaica finished fourth in that tournament in particular. All right, and Panama qualified for their first ever Women's World Cup for 2023 as well. Jamaica picking up their first ever win in a Women's World Cup against Panama. So quite a lot of information when you tie in Jamaica and Panama together, these two nations. The Panamanian team, they go by the nickname of Los Canaleros. Yeah, and it refers to the Panama Canal, as I've made mention earlier, so that you all are aware. The coach is Thomas Christiansen, and it's an interesting story. Spanish heritage, born in Denmark, has been with the team since 2020. A coach that is finding results and gives the aura of what Gary Stemple did when he was the head coach of Panama, bringing an atmosphere that is calm, peaceful, and making them play good, attractive, effective football. That is exactly what is happening right now with this Panamanian team. Ranked somewhere within the 40s right now when you look at the FIFA rankings. They recorded their biggest victory in international football in 2021, a 13-0 victory over Anguilla. Jamaica's biggest victory. 12-0 over the British Virgin Islands and 12-0 over the St. Martin, the French side. All right. This is the second time that Panama are actually in the Nations League finals. They finished fourth in 2023. What was 2023 like for Panama? Well, Panama, they had 4 losses in the calendar year, but they had some outstanding results to follow it as well. As we know, getting to the Gold Cup final, defeating Costa Rica, Martinique, Qatar, the United States on penalties. And then the Nations League came around, defeating Martinique, drawing with Guatemala on the road, defeating Curacao on the road, beating Guatemala. And then the quarterfinals itself, which was very impressive, defeating Costa Rica on the road 3-0, coming back home to Panama to secure a 3-1 triumph. And now this is what 2024 looks like for the Panamanians, as they will face Mexico in the Nations League on the 21st, and then one of the USA or Jamaica on the 24th. World Cup qualifying for them begins June 6th, just like Jamaica, June 6th and June 9. Panama opened their campaign against Guyana, and then Panama will face Montserrat on the road. In relation to the other opponents that they will have to play, they'll also face Belize and Nicaragua in 2025. If you're looking at the technical coaching staff, Thomas Christiansen has some quality individuals in Francisco Javier Sanchez Hara, who will apply the tactical approach to things for the Panamanian perspective. And also Jorge de Valdez, somebody that was not only born on the island, but has also worn the red shirt as well. So carries that level of experience within the unit as well. Donaldo Gonzalez as well, goalkeeper and coach, that also is a veteran of the national program as well. In relation to the talent as well, I don't think you have to look far when you look at the quality that is displayed on this Panamanian outfit. Cesar Blackman, Eric Davis, Fidel Escobar, just to name a few of these players in particular that have played an important role. The captain himself, Anibal Godoy, playing in Major League Soccer right now. Jose Fajardo as well, Alfredo Stevens. And yes, when you look at the Anglophone surnames, yes, those are players with Jamaican heritage. So Alfredo Stevens, Cecilio Waterman, yes, Jamaican heritage there as well. Cesar Blackman, yes. Eric Davis, the same as well. And even if you look at previous camps, Ivan Anderson, yes, that is correct. Harold Cummings, yes. Carlos Harvey, yes. Roderick Miller, yes. Giovanni Welch, yes. Ricardo Hines, yes. So Amar Brown, yes. Ronaldo Blackburn, yes. So the Anglophone surnames are the important elements there. Okay, so you guys are aware about that aspect. So let's talk a little bit now about Mexico. Mexico in El Norte de America. The nickname El Tricolor. Mexico have not missed a World Cup since 1994. As you know, in 1990 World Cup, they were suspended because of using some overaged players in an age group tournament. So 1990 World Cup, they're not there, but they were there in 94, 98, 02, 06, 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022. But 7 of those 8 World Cups, Mexico went to the round of 16. And it's been the big hope and aspiration that they get to El Cinco Partido, si se puede. That has been the hope of Mexico, si se puede, to be able to play that 5th game, to be able to play in that game. And that's been the ambition of Mexico since. So for Mexico, winning CONCACAF tournaments, especially for their supporters, for them, it should be a given. It's not should be a if or a maybe. It should be something that they should do. And Mexican fans have the aspirations that one day they can lift the World Cup. And if I'm being honest with you, based on the talent that is in Mexico, for me, Mexico should be at the quarterfinals of every World Cup. That's genuinely how I feel. A respectable nation, a nation that has won a Confederations Cup, a nation that has gone to World Cups and competed with European teams and even defeated European teams as well. Croatia in 2002, Germany 2018, and the list can go on and on there. So it just goes to show they've been in Copa America finals. You can think about 2001 against Colombia. You know, I think Ivan Cordoba was part of that Colombia team as well. Head coach Jaime Lozano spent some time in Europe quite recently, being able to communicate with players, being able to see different aspects of things and analyzing the side of players that he can be able to get to know better. So that is something that we can be mindful about as well, so that we can be able to press forward with things. Javier Hernandez, their top scorer, 52 goals. Most caps, Andres Guardado, the captain, Ochoa, the man himself. Their highest ranking is fourth in the world. They're currently ranked 15th and their lowest is 40th in particular. And that was after Gold Cup 2015. The biggest win, 13-0 win over Bahamas. Biggest loss, 8-0 loss to England in 1961. The Mexican squad. Guillermo Ochoa, key player there, key component in front of this team. As the number 2, I expect Carlos Acevedo to be between the sticks. Jesus Gallardo, Cesar Montes, quite a number of faces that you'd remember from the Gold Cup last year, right? You also look at Omar Campos as well, coming through quite well. Edson Alvarez, 6'3" at West Ham United. Jonathan Dos Santos still strutting his stuff around in Mexico. Luis Chavez, a key component in this Mexican unit as well. If I'd say there's a player to look out for, Santiago Jimenez is an interesting one. Very, very interesting one, Santiago Jimenez. Born in Argentina, playing for Mexico. Somebody that will give you that bounce, somebody that is great within the dressing room, somebody that will be a source of motivation, light as well. So that's a little bit about the Mexican players so that you all are aware here. As we know, Mexico won't be in World Cup qualifiers, so they'll be planning friendlies and other matches as well. Copa America, extremely critical for the Mexican outfit. Before the Copa America, they will have friendly matches against Uruguay and Brazil. So they'll play Uruguay and Brazil because, as you know, Mexico will face Jamaica as well in the Copa America. So Mexico will face Uruguay and they'll face Brazil before the Copa America tournament. I'm not sure how I feel about the idea of playing against teams that you could potentially face down the road, but it is what it is. Mexico will face Uruguay and Brazil. And, Mexico has a contract where they have to play a certain number of games within the United States. Look how much games they played in 2023 in the United States. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Mexico played 15 matches in the United States in 2023. They make more money in the United States. Why? The diaspora. The diaspora, when you think about West Coast, when you think about Texas, when you think about Arizona, Las Vegas, you're in hotbed cities right there. So imagine a situation where we Jamaica sign a contract to ensure that we play at least 3 matches in the United States every single year. 1 in Miami, 1 in New York, 1 in Texas. I'm on board for that. But your thoughts, guys, on Mexico and Panama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content.